So you've got a successful strategy, you've done your homework, consulted the form, statistics, odds, placed your bet and picked a winner. Boom, you're in the money, right? Wrong. If you've got a successful strategy on Betfair's sportsbook, you'll get stake restricted. And if you use the exchange, there's a hidden charge of up to 60% on the lifetime of your account's profits. But when are you due to start paying it, and where can you find out? And how much will you owe? And perhaps more importantly, is this fair? Hang in there, because this will shock the ordinary Betfair customer. Betfair was founded in June 2000 by Andrew Black and Edward Ray, two entrepreneurs that had a vision that would revolutionise the gambling industry. They planned to provide bigger odds and make betting fair by creating a platform where winners were welcomed with open arms. They did it by creating a betting exchange like a stock exchange where users are free to bet against each other at an agreed price. The cost of this service was a tiny commission to be paid to the exchange on each transaction, but only by the winner. Better still, they wouldn't penalise, restrict or throw out winners like bookies do. They were making betting fair, and they were proud of it too. This is why they called the brand Betfair. The bookies hated it. Some of them even tried to get the exchanges banned, claiming that users who bet against each other were in fact bookmakers. But the courts laughed off the bookies and growth exploded. Betfair users would sing their praises up and down the country online for several years. I'd imagine this was extremely satisfying for Andrew Black in particular, as a few years earlier he had been asked to leave university and drop his maths degree early, admitting later that he'd spent more time in the bookies attempting to bet professionally than at lectures. I'd imagine he knows the pain of being thrown out for winning. It's quite possible that he didn't agree with the company's next move, as he quietly took a 9-month sabbatical at the beginning of 2008 and never returned. Later on in 2008, Betfair made a drastic U-turn by introducing an extra tax on winners. Some know it as the premium charge, which is a bit of an insult when you think about it, because Betfair are congratulating you on your success as a premium customer while simultaneously keeping a portion of your winnings. But Betfair like to keep it quiet, so you'll only see this tab on your account if you currently pay it. Losers are oblivious, as it doesn't appear on their account. It just isn't there, like it doesn't even exist. One of the main reasons Betfair gave for creating this extra charge was that winning customers were no good for the exchange ecosystem, taking money away from the platform and increasing strain on their technological infrastructure. At inception, they also said that premium charge revenues would be used to improve the exchange reliability and structure going forward. Looking back on that as a daily user, I suspect that was some kind of twisted public joke. In 2011, they went in without the lube once more, doubling and tripling the initial charges on consistent winners to as much as 60%. I remember being in a Facebook group of angry premium charge payers at the time, people who wanted to boycott Betfair and take their business elsewhere. Unfortunately, Betback were just as useless as they are today. Betfair claim that only 0.5% of customers are affected by the new charge. A great way of framing it when you consider they've got millions of customers across different products, some of which you can't win with long term. You know, like the sportsbook. Previously, when the customer base was smaller and the exchange was the only product, it was rumoured that around 2% of accounts were eligible to pay premium charges each week. Now, Ed Ray stepped down as chairman in 2012 and the sportsbook was released. The original dream was well and truly in the toilet. They'd become a bookmaker too. Clearly they were now after a very different type of customer, and it's paid off for them, making them one of the biggest and most profitable companies in the betting industry today. Now, there are different tiers and two different levels to bear in mind here. First of all, you've got the basic level, where Betfair take 20% of your winnings each week. When you first start paying them, it's frustrating but not totally unreasonable in my view. Next, there are more advanced levels where the robbing bastards take between 40 and 60% of your weekly profit. But to qualify for that, you'll need to have made more than £250,000 on the lifetime of your account. Not hard when you consider that Betfair have been around for 21 years now. There are a few boxes to tick before they start unloading your balance though. First, the account must be in lifetime profit. Second, your standard commission must be less than 20% of your account's lifetime profits. And third, you must have bet on at least 250 markets. Once you achieve this, you get notification and a £5,000 premium charge allowance. So assuming you qualify for this extra winner's tax and you registered an account for Betfair in 2001, you could have profited a whopping £250 a year before qualifying for the basic rate of 20%. Whereas if you've won £12,500 or more a year, they'll be helping themselves to your profits at a rate of 40 to 60%. The benefits of having an exchange monopoly, hey? There is an exception though, which I thought was extremely generous. Any single win that is more than 50% of your account's gross profits doesn't qualify for the charge. So to illustrate, if you win £500,000 over the lifetime of your account since 2001, and you have a streak of luck on a one-off win, they'll only apply the charge to it if the return is £250,000 or less. So in that example, at a rate of 60%, you'd get to keep £100,000 of your winnings. So much for being fair, where winners are welcome. Now see how two of Betfair's largest punters get around it here in the end screen. They're both remarkable stories worth watching. Oh, and don't forget to tap the like button. There isn't a hidden charge for doing it.